Hey guys, it's Allie with Hennessy Automobile Companies, and I am excited to be back giving you another up-close look at one of the incredible 2023 models that we have available at one of our dealerships. Today, I am down here at Hennessy Buick GMC in Morrow, Georgia, taking a look at the 2023 Sierra 1500 Denali. Let's get into it. The front end of the GMC Sierra needs no introduction thanks to the bold and aggressive styling that commands any road that you travel on. We're gonna start off taking a look at your signature Sierra hood that is gonna cascade down into your chrome grille that is gonna be standard on your Denali model. You are gonna have the GMC badging front and center in that grille, along with your front-facing camera right below the badging. Keep following me down and you are gonna have your front parking sensors. Below that, some more chrome adding to that luxury aggressive feel, and your tow hooks. Wrapping up the entire front end is going to be your LED headlights that are gonna be wrapped in your C-shaped daytime running lights. Now that we've covered the front styling of the GMC Sierra 1500, let's pop the hood and talk about powertrains. You are gonna have 4 powertrain options for the GMC Sierra 1500 lineup. We're gonna talk you through them starting from the lowest to the highest and touch on the one that this Denali right here has. Starting at the bottom, you are gonna have a 2.7 liter turbo high output engine that's gonna push out 310 horsepower with a max trailering capacity of 9,500 pounds. Now this engine is gonna be standard on the Pro, SLE, and Elevation model. Stepping up to powertrain option number 2 is going to be the engine that is in this Denali right here. That is going to be a 5.3 liter V8 that's gonna push out 355 horsepower and have a max trailering capacity of 11,200 pounds. Now this engine is going to come standard on your SLT and your Denali models. The third powertrain option is going to be a 3.0 liter Duramax turbo diesel that is going to push out 305 horsepower and have a max trailering capacity of 13,000 pounds. Now both of these numbers are going to be best in class for the all-wheel drive diesel sector. This engine is going to come standard on the AT4 model, but is available for you to upgrade if you choose an SLE, Denali, Elevation, SLT, or Denali Ultimate model. And finally, rounding out the powertrain lineup is the Mac Daddy of them all, a 6.2 liter V8 engine that is going to put out 420 horsepower and have a max trailering capacity of 13,000 pounds. Now this engine is gonna come standard on the all-new AT4X and the Denali Ultimate model. The Sierra 1500 Denali model that we are taking a look at today is going to come with the 22-inch wheel and tire setup. However, some of the other trims will come with different wheel and tire setups, and you may be able to upgrade to a specific setup that you are looking for. If you want to know what your options are, be sure that you reach out to your Buick GMC sales representative here at Hennessy Mazda Buick GMC. Taking a look down the side of the Sierra 1500, you will notice prominent badging for your powertrain option as well as your trim model. Here, again, we are looking at a Denali. So with that, you are also gonna have many chrome accent pieces, such as your mirror caps, as well as your door handles, and your window trim. Now, one cool feature about this Denali and many of the other Sierra 1500 models is they actually have power deployable running boards. So once you open one of the doors, you will notice that the running boards will fall down, allowing you an easy step into the truck. Once you close the doors, and it will eventually seal, then your running boards will retract back up under the truck and you are ready to go. If you are someone who is looking to use their truck for a multitude of different reasons, the rear end of the GMC Sierra 1500 is going to be your best friend. Starting off, we are gonna have your standard LED vertical taillights with your bumper that's gonna have your built-in side steps. Coming also with that is gonna be your rear parking sensors and your rear camera. You will also have all of your trailering and towing hookups that you can possibly need. Now, let's get into the fun part, the Multi-Pro function tailgate. GMC rightfully named this the Multi-Pro tailgate because there's no job that is too large for this tailgate to handle. Let's start walking through it. Here you will notice you have 2 buttons. This first button, when you push it, it is going to unlock the top part. Simply pull that down and you have a nice workspace. Maybe you're on the job site, you can eat your lunch while doing some work or just chatting with a friend. Now, say you go to the lumber store and you're wanting to pick up some 2x4s, large wood of that nature, and you want to tote it in the back of your Sierra. Now, you can actually push a button right here and pull this piece up, and this will give you a bed extender. This is gonna give you a little bit of extra buffer room so that things aren't necessarily hanging out the back of your Sierra 1500. Simply push the button to put it back down and push this up to close the top. Now, if you're looking for extra room, push the bottom button. This will power release your full tailgate. This is gonna give you a larger bed area as the tailgate is fully lowered. You can also use the same bed extender in the same exact way as the top portion. Simply pull it up, you have that nice buffer once again. To close it, push the button, push it down. Now say you are wanting to get up into your bed, but you're not wanting to do the old-fashioned way of using either the side step or just stepping up on the tailgate itself. Come back over here and feel for the top button. You're gonna push that, and then the bottom is gonna fall out. You're once again going to pull down on this. What we had been previously using as a bed extender is now gonna fall down to be actually your step. Now you can either step straight up using this, or if you want a little bit more stability, come over here and you are gonna pull up this nice lever right here. This is going to give you something to grab onto to help you get up into the tailgate. Now, once you're done with it, you're simply gonna push up on this lever, pop that back into place, come over here, pull it all the way up, lock it into place, and then you're gonna put down the top as well. As previously mentioned, this is the Denali trim of the Sierra 1500, which means it is going to come equipped with a spray-in bed liner. Now, the other trims have this option as well. Just be sure to ask your sales professional to make sure that it is installed on the model that you are looking at. Now, other cool features about the bed of the Sierra 1500 are going to be you have 6 tie-down spots in the front of the bed and 6 tie-down spots here in the back of the bed. You are also going to have your 400-watt plug-in right here. And if for some reason you find yourself on the job site late or working out of the bed of your Sierra 1500 late at night, you have 2 bed lights located right here as well. One of the things that GM did not skimp on when it came to the Sierra 1500 is the cargo space that's available within the cabin of the truck. Now you will notice here in the back seat, you are gonna have these little pull tabs that are gonna open up to have actually in-seat storage. You can actually close them and a passenger can still sit here when things are stored inside. Say you don't have any passengers and you need some extra volume here in the back seat. You can actually pull this seat up and you have all this additional room as well as a place down in here. If things are gonna roll around, you can put them down in this concave area so they won't. Simply put the seat back down and the passenger can ride in here again. Now, speaking of passenger space, GMC wanted to make sure that there was still ample room for passengers if they were sitting in here. I'm 5'11" and we have the driver's seat pushed as far back as it could go, and I still have plenty of legroom, as well as the headspace in here. GMC made sure that the roof of the Sierra 1500 has this concave design here in the rear so that your taller passengers aren't going to be hitting their head. Also in the rear, you are going to find that you have your seat temperature controls, as well as a USB and USB-C port. Now let's take a look from the driver's seat. Welcome to everyone's favorite seat within the Sierra 1500, the driver's seat. GMC knew this, which is why they made a few subtle tweaks here and there to make sure that everything is centered around the driver's usability. Taking a look straight ahead, you're going to have a 12.3-inch driver digital display screen that is fully customizable. Over here, you're going to have your 13.4-inch digital infotainment screen, as well as while you're driving, you're going to have a 15-inch heads-up display that's going to project out in front of you as you drive down the road, so you never have to take your eyes off the road to see all of that useful information that you need to know. Your infotainment screen is going to house all of the normal features that come in an infotainment screen, including Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, as well as Google integration, all of your phone contacts, navigation, all of those sorts of items. We would show you how that feature works, but this vehicle just got dropped off, so it's still in demo mode. Moving down in your center cluster, you are going to find your temperature gauges and controls. Here, you're actually gonna have buttons and knobs that are gonna control your seat temperature as well as the ambient temperature of the cabin. Down below that, you are gonna have several switches that are gonna control a variety of different features within the Sierra 1500, such as lane keeping assist, parking sensors, your hazard lights, auto start stop, hill descent control, and you can even roll down all the windows at one time with a simple push of a button. One very special switch up here is going to be your engine start stop button that is going to be located to the left of your temperature gauges. Next up, you're going to have your leather wrapped gear shifter with some chrome accents and your trailering controls. You're also going to have dual cup holders, wireless charging, and a ton of storage that's also going to have USB and USB-C plug-in ports as well. The aesthetics within the Sierra 1500 Denali or any of the Sierra 1500 models is pristine. Now this model, being the Denali, is going to come with leather seats as well as a leather center console, leather in the front dash, paired with this nice wood veneer that you're going to find throughout the vehicle, both in your door trim pieces as well as in a cubby compartment right here that will lift for extra storage. You will also have Denali badging within the vehicle, and pair that all together with a 7-speaker Bose premium surround sound, and you are going to enjoy one heck of a ride. If it's a nice spring day and you're looking to add a little bit more natural light into the cab of your Sierra 1500, be sure to enjoy the sunroof option. You can simply pull back the cover, enjoy some natural light. Now, if you want a little bit more of the outside, you can actually use the buttons right here to either tilt or slide the sunroof paneling back, and it will give you some fresh air into the front of the cabin. As I previously mentioned, your 12.3-inch driver display screen is completely customizable, both with the buttons found on your steering wheel as well as the knobs and buttons that are found to the left right below your steering wheel on the column. You're going to be able to customize the screen by going through all the different features, such as scrolling through the different types of radio or media you would like to listen to. It will show you your compass, your navigation, if your phone is connected, as well as a ton of different settings. In this specific settings layout, you can choose what layout you want. You have 4 different options: Classic, which is what it's on currently, Progressive, Digital, and finally, Clean. You will see how each of these has its own different elements that make it unique. We're going to go back up to the Classic one. You can also customize what you see on each side of your display screen. So on the left side, you can click into it. If you want to see compass, time and temp, tire pressure, fuel economy average, transmission fluid temp, or nothing at all, we're going to leave it on compass. You can also go to your right side and do the same thing. So we'll show you drive mode enhanced, as well as all of the other options that were also on the left-hand side. You can change what the lower gauges show you. So that's all of the things you can control using the left and right arrow on your steering wheel. Now, if you go over to the knobs and buttons on the left side under your steering wheel, you're going to be able to control what different mode you are in. So take a look at the right-hand side of your driver display screen. Right now we're in normal mode. If we turn that knob to the right, it puts it in sport mode. One more time, it's going to put it in off-road mode. And you can navigate between them with a simple either left or right movement of that knob. Now, you also may notice that right now it is in 2-wheel drive. The buttons that are located above that knob that says mode, they're going to be able to switch it into for high, for low, back to 2-wheel drive, or you can set it to auto as well. And that is the GMC Sierra 1500 Denali here at Hennessy Buick GMC. If you have questions about this model or any of the other Sierra 1500 models that we have here on the lot, be sure to reach out and give us a call. What did you think of this truck? What are the highs? What are the lows? We would love to know. Be sure to drop it in the comments, and we hope to see you at Hennessy Buick GMC soon.